Kayla actually lives here now. She is the girl next door. She never leaves. She's been waiting for months and months for springtime to happen. How are you?
Hey, Ricksta.
Come on.
I'm great.
Okay, let's get to this because this is a big story.
It is.
First of all, I walked in the green room where she was, and you just went off on telling me about this because you were so excited. What'd you bring?
Did I put on my bossy boots?
But a boom.
All right, you guys, here's what you need. First of all, hi, everyone. Welcome back in. I'm so glad to be back here. For those of you like Louise Cartwright, who just posted on my Facebook page, are you going to have compact hydrangeas this year?
What's the answer?
The answer is yes, but this is it. One order. When these are gone, we cannot get any more until next year. This is a hydrangea, you guys, that gets 2 feet by 2 feet. And it's not available anywhere else in the U.S., hardly. Maybe, I mean, if you look really frugal, it really hard. But this is grown for people in Europe, in England, where they have very small yards and they can't grow giant hydrangeas. So this can be grown in a pot. This is a pot that's up about a foot off the ground. If this were planted in the ground, it would be 2 feet high by 2 feet wide. And this is a panicle hydrangea, which typically is a cone shape, like the giant limelight trees. But this one stays in a rounded shape that blankets the top of the shrub. Look at this beautiful foliage. And these are already starting to turn pink in your shipping sample right here. You're going to get a half-gallon size, which has already been growing for a year, so it's ready to explode in your garden.
And you were also saying that pink is going to last a long time throughout the season,
so
right?
here's why it's called early evolution, because you're going to get blooms a full month earlier than other hydrangeas, so starting end of May. Other ones start end of June. And this is color changing, so it's going to go from lime green to cream white to pink, but you don't have to wait until the fall to get the pink. It's already starting to turn pink now.
I want the pink.
So
I'm going to get more pink.
It's so special in so many ways. And here's something else that makes it special.
Please.
Most hydrangeas do not like hot sun. This one loves full sun. It also does not need as much water as other hydrangeas. So this is a low maintenance hydrangea. Now I do want to mention, get your acid booster fertilizer, because all hydrangeas love more acid in the soil. That fertilizer is not going to make these turn blue. They're going to stay, though, that beautiful pink and white. But you guys, you can't get a small compact hydrangea like this anywhere else in the U.S. This was bred in Europe for European gardens. It's going to stay small.
By the way, and that story is huge, because how overgrown can some of these hydrangeas
get? Oh my gosh,
Carolyn
well,
Gracie?
hydrangeas, I've got hydrangea trees that are as tall as my second-story windows.
Yeah.
And my hydrangea shrubs are huge. And not everybody has a huge garden anymore.
Great.
If you live in an apartment, you can put these on your balcony in a pot.
So maximum size, if you're getting
2 by
one,
2.
People are getting more than one, by the way, because they can container garden.
We don't have many, and we can't reorder these this season. I just checked with Eric Wallin, who is my plant source guy, and the guy who, Eric always has a great story, our grower who bred these for us said, you got to get these, Eric, you got to get these. If you don't get them, you're going to be sorry, and I've got 1,000 you can have, and that's it.
Yeah. From financing payments of $5.80.
Everybody's been asking for these, Rick, and we've never had these on QVC before.
Call me at 1-800-345-1515 if you want to say hello to Carol, and she's back.
Hi, guys.
It's Girl Next Door, and it's one beautiful piece. I love it. I love the size of it.
I mean,
so give me the back to basics. I'm going to order when I order it in my part of the country. What do I do?
This is what I want you guys to know. I know it's still January. You're only reserving your plants today. We're not going to ship. If you've never shopped with us for plants before, we ship them to you when it's time for you to plant them. You're only reserving them. But if you don't reserve these and then you come back in April and like, oh, didn't they have those little hydrangeas? There's going to be a big old sold out sign on QVC.com, and we can't get you any till 2026.
Well, guess what? Speaking of numbers, there's 2,200 of you that can have it for 2025.
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it. That's it. And
that's what Carolyn just said. That's it. 2,200 and 132-195. Fantastic.
This is a hydrangea everybody can grow also, because it is hardy down to zone 4. That's up to Canada. All the way to zone 9. That's down in Orlando. That's Mississippi, that's Texas.
Well, you know what that means too. If you're brand new to this world, right, it means this is not an annual. It means it's a perennial.
This is perennial, comes back every year. But most people that live in those hotter climates or really super cold ones don't do well with their hydrangeas. This one is very cold hardy. This is very drought tolerant. It's the only variety of a drought tolerant hydrangea. Again, that means you can put it in full sun. You don't have to water it all the time. Most hydrangeas, when you walk outside in the morning, they're all shriveled up and they need, oh, give me a drink of water. I'm going to die here. This one's not going to look like that. You guys, it's very low maintenance.
Let me just let you know what's happening. You're responding. You love it. 1,000 picked up right now.
Wow.
1,800, and that's for the season, 1,800. When you get it, you plant it. Sun Story there. I was just glancing at this guy. I love what you guys do
I know.
when it comes to giving the clarification and the
Yeah.
specificity of what to do with it.
And
It's just
I'm
great.
always, listen, I am always available to answer your questions, guys. You know me on Facebook. If you post questions or on Instagram, I'm there for you.
She's the girl next door. You can go to her
Yeah.
house. Go right to Carolyn's house and, feed the dogs and feed the pets and go and
I
just
do
ask her
live
the
near
question.
Rick, and he does spend a lot of time in a Speedo at his swimming pool.
So
in the
if you
summer, I'll
want to
just say
come
that.
by and ask me, no, don't come to my house, guys, don't. And
did buy some
132-195. This is 5 easy payments of $5.08. I'll get half our quantity
look how-
gone. Wait, let's do this.
This is how
Brand new
big it is
today.
when you get it.
Let us reboot now.
'Kay.
Whole thing.
All right.
What is the difference with this hydrangea?
This is the
Carolyn?
early evolution hydrangea. Never before on QVC. This is a compact hydrangea, everybody. It only gets 2 by 2 feet. The first season, you're going to get flowers. You're going to get a probably half of that size, 1 by 1 foot. By the way, not only are these great in pots and small gardens, but how about if you've got a big yard, you can put these along your walkway as a border because they don't get big. And if you live someplace where it gets really hot, you can finally have hydrangeas that will tolerate the heat, and it will always go up to zone 4, so all the way up to top of Minnesota. These are going to do well. Look how pretty. This is a panicle hydrangea. Typically those are the big cone-shaped ones, but see how this just gets a lacy effect and blankets the top of the leaves.
So this has been hybridized, not
Yes.
to get too massive. That's the point of this, right?
But in
To be-
Holland, they worked really hard to bring you this hydrangea that was small, drought tolerant, and had oodles of flowers that start out green, turn cream, then turn pink.
When will they start to turn pink?
Well,
I like the pink flowers.
like way before fall. Like this one that in the shipping sample here is already turning pink. So you don't have to wait very long for the flowers either, guys. Most hydrangeas are summer flowers, not spring flowers like your peonies. These are going to start blooming when your peonies are still out.
3,000 is how we began. Here's the update. There's 875
Oh,
of
please
these
don't
remaining.
you will be so sorry if
They're
you
on their
let
way.
these go because
How-
they're small.
How long is this like been growing already when
That's
I
a
get
year
it?
old.
1 full year.
Yeah, it's not a teeny baby that's going to be like, oh, I can't make it. It's already been growing for a year. It's had flowers on it
800
already.
remaining. Did you plant these yourself or did you have help?
Eric planted these.
Eric from
And-
Roberta's, right?
Yes, from Roberta's.
That's the whole.
So Eric is my partner. That I partner with him. My plants are different than Roberta's plants, but they're
Right.
all sourced from the best places.
Why does Carolyn Gracie like a hydrangea?
I have
personally?
hydrangeas all over my yard because I love the cottage garden look that you see in Nantucket and you see in, Massachusetts, and typically in an English garden, you don't see a lot of large hydrangeas because the gardens are small.
Wait a minute. You got a lot of critters. We haven't talked about critters in this.
Yes, so I have a very pet-safe garden. I'm not going to make a claim. You need to check with your vet. But I don't bring in anything in my collection that is super poisonous to pets.
But they won't, like deer will not be attracted to a hydrangea.
No.
are they?
And
that's
also,
what I'm saying.
this is not a
Because my deer are pretty much
attractive-
like, we have an Airbnb for our deer.
This
That's how
is
many
not
deer we have.
attractive to your deer and critters, no.
That's huge.
But my dogs can run through my hydrangea mulch beds, and they don't
Safe.
have any problem either.
And then
So-
we got 1 minute to go. It's brand new today.
Please don't let these get away.
There's only 650 to go around.
Louise
we were going to give
Cartwright.
this just a couple minutes, but it's Carolyn, so we're giving you extra time.
Tell Louise Cartwright she better have ordered these.
Louise!
Louise Cartwright.
Louise, can you hear me? Louise
She
Cartwright.
said, please bring in
Let's spoke to
compact hydrangeas.
all of your friends on Instagram, each one of them. Martha, let's go. Deborah, final thoughts, all you.
Pam, Kim, all the
Pam-
people that are on my page.
And all of them are going to get the warranty. And what is it?
Yes, the warranty is if you're not happy, we're not happy, and we will work very, very hard to make sure you have success with your plants. We will replace or refund whatever you need to have done. Please trust us, and you can ask me any questions. We want you to have success.
And there's Carolyn's got her address is at the bottom there.
that's-
Do you come
that-
visit her
yes.
at her house?
You can't.
Or-
Well,
gotta visit. It's Carolyn's gotta visit
you
guaranteed.
have to love dogs and cats if you come to my house, and a parrot that talks.
That's funny.
Thank you, Rick.
Good to
You
see you,
guys,
ladies.
thanks everybody. Love you.
Love you. Okay. More to come, by the way. That's gonna sell out. Love your home and garden. Here